Hey guys, Lil Bug here, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety, depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warning, please visit this. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent your exposure of highly disturbing content. I'm 14, so I agree. Wow, the serious message in this music. This game is not true. Yeah. Doki Doki. So, you guys must be asking yourselves, Bug, why the hell is anime on the screen? First of all, anime is dope. And second of all, I've seen this game pop up a lot, actually. And a lot of people are uploading it, so I said, fuck it, let's upload it too. And the reason I'm uploading it because I watched Jacksepticeye's video, first video of it, the first 30 minutes, and it looks like a dating simulator, right? It looks like an anime dating simulator, which should help me because I'm single, but no. And apparently there's something to it, and apparently you should have the game folder, which I do, somewhere on your screen where you can see it, because apparently stuff should change on it as you play. And I saw that in Jacksepticeye's video, so it kind of interested me, so yeah, I'm just gonna upload it and see what happens from there. The music is dope. Okay, let's do new game. Please enter your name. Let's Buggo. Actually, no. What would be a name I would turn to if I had to? Well, Joven, which apparently is the translation of my name in English. Okay, I'm just gonna name myself Jay, because why not? There we go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she just don't care. Sorry. Like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, we would oversleep. She would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would grow tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. How nice. Pink hair. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Nice face. That's mean, Jay. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. The annoying anime laughed. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Jay, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Huh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Hey, me too. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Just because we play games and watch anime doesn't mean we don't have any social skills. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. She likes you. She likes me, Jay, the person. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you are not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. That's so sweet. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. But at least promise me you'll try a little. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why did I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Because she's cute. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I just came from school, actually. Fun fact. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I had no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realized I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. That's not an impressive skill. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. I hope I'm saying that right. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! This game is so weird. Nothing has changed in the files yet, so I don't know. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Who wouldn't sell their souls for a cupcake? Cupcakes are delicious. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used to the third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Oh, that's me. I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Hello, girl? Girl number one. Welcome to the... No. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Oh, this is the quirky girl. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. And this is the normal. Jay, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Jay. Monika smiles sweetly. What's this pose? We don't know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. But having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Jay. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Whew, this game. The girls have a few desks arranged two from a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there is enough space for me to sit next to Monika and the other space to sit next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Sasuke! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. That's adorable. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. That's so cool. So cute! I had no idea you were this good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What are you thanking me? Why are you taking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? What? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I'd at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Aha, so basically like The Rock. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined in any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages other people to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can really all grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Look at these 4 girls. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they were all delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Jay, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the words of books, in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I should stick with her voice. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I could relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you can say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes draft over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Huh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet, are we? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The true form of writing is writing to oneself. Look at her face. She's so the way she is. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. That's cool. Then, the next we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club. Isn't that right, Jay? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and oh god, they're all staring at me. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare at me back with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought. Jay, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I decided and I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring next morning so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once again. Jay, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Jay, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for her clubs. Sure, I might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us departed the club room and made our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Wait, let me just check. There's nothing new in the file, so I think, I think I'd notice if something changed because it's in the corner of my eye. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day of school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right. I'll just need to make the most out of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Ooh, nice music. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poems the most. Okay. Well, okay, this girl is Yuri. The one in the middle, it's Natsuki. Girls like Natsuki, I think she's around my age, 15, because I'm gonna be 15 in a short time. And Sayori, I think I'm gonna go with Sayori because she's adorable. Natsuki is cute, but Sayori is my best friend. So, and Yuri is shy, the shy, beautiful, smart girl. But I'm gonna go with Sayori. Okay, what does she like? Crimson? Okay, no, that's her. Joy. Okay, she's Joy. Smile. Oh, nice. Rose. Okay. Getting all the Sayori. Clumsy. Okay, I kinda guessed. Pure. Okay, that's her. Valentine. That's also her. Okay, come on. Defeat. Okay, that's her. Cheer. Okay. Shiny. No, that's her. Come on. Loud. Yep. Flying. Jumpy. Fuck. Okay. COVID. Okay, that's her. Silly. Anxiety. No. Grief. Okay. Pain. So she likes good and bad stuff, apparently. So, love. And, hop? Nope. Broken? Yeah. I think I got all the ones for her. Hi again, Jay. Okay, I've been recording for 26 minutes. That's okay. I can continue day 2. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jay. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh shit. Natsuki finds herself struck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Jay always gives his best as long as he's having fun. Me too. If I'm having fun, it's pretty easy to grow accustomed to the situation. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori. That's because your room is so messy. It's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. You like me, Yuri? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Jane can become good friends too. Sayori. Oh, I said it. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, and it's really not. What do I do? Oh, that she said that. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Yuri likes me. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked up a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in her closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump over into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and tactile. It's not like that. It's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Huh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in at the first place because it's a literature event. Yeah, that's pretty much true. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing of the thing because of the thing. We can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her elaborate like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could cupcakes. I love cupcakes. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creativity, tummy. To my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. How nice. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh, that's a bit close. What? I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days how many days this past week have you gotten up in time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori. It's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah, she's embarrassed. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. What are you doing? Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair, you know. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I tried to wipe out this toothpaste stain with my fingers, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. I'm sorry. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even know how to button up your blazer. Seriously, Sayori, why do you even think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button up her blazer from top to bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Okay, this is a bit close. Hey there, Sayori, with your standard anime eyes and this bow, so kawaii. You guys get along a lot. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Because it's around her chest. I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it up, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. How nice. What great conversations. Don't say that out so loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to have Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around like a ballet. So, if I keep it unbuttoned, then I wouldn't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let me do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share what we wrote now? Yay! Jay, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still floats away to retrieve her poem. Let's see. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Come on, just express your embarrassments. If you're embarrassed, just express it. Show everyone the world that you're not perfect, and basically you'll learn to accept yourself, and others will learn to accept you too. Just like my Pokemon video. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Sayori. Because she's the best. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Soon to be girlfriend. Huh? Oh my goodness. This is so good, Jay. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people. You know? So, when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a J poem. It's a J poem. It's a Joem. J-O-M. Joem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. Sayori. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Jay. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of taking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you up on that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Oh, this is nice. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me feel the sleep, making me lift the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a fairy day? A rare day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. This is so... What? Okay. This is actually pretty cool. A really good poem. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? Oh, right, yep. No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be so mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say it like it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. How nice. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica is the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I look forward to it. Okay, so I'm gonna show it to Natsuki. I'm gonna go down in a straight line, like this. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Oh, Jesus. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Yeah, people can try a lot. If it fails or doesn't, then what matters is that you put your best effort into it, and that's basically the best. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Yeah, exactly. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. That's what it means to be a pro. She has those that standard cat mouth tooth thing. You know, the quirky girls in anime have. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect it from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Now Yuri, Sasuke. Who? Nuna? I'm gonna stop. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. What? How can you forget to start speaking? It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it through it though. So it's that bad. No. did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes together without practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit based though. Based? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost Under the Light. I'm gonna have trouble reading this. Okay, wait. The thinnest of hairs illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last seeming streetlight to have withstood the taste of time. The last yet to be placed by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's deep. In a way, I don't really get it. I'm sorry, I have such horrible handwriting. What? Well, it's not horrible, it's just hard for me to read it because the screen is so clampered up. I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I have something in my throat, sorry. I've been recording for 53 minutes. Okay, I can do a little more. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write poems with something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jay. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her arms, remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. This girl is impressive and she's fucking amazing at poets. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it wouldn't be too long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Thanks, Yuri. And now the class president. This president. Hi, Jay. Hi, Jay. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jay. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe... What's that pose? But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two... It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being, even if you show it in different ways, and then it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that the kind of vibe I get that kind of vibe reading your poems. You sure you're not reading into it too much? It could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with her emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to teach their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of styles that suit you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. And I'm checking in the files, there's nothing new. This game is weird. Oh, there's more to it. Hole in wall. Okay, it couldn't have been me. See the direction that spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left in our sun. But it's too late. My rations. Already searching with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. I wasn't too bright. I was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. That's deep. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That that is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When I perform out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I have some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about these deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is best friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. So if you try hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. That's good advice. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow, bro. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That was great. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. Literature. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, staring their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I want each of them expressions to change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with the other hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jay did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Okay, which I haven't yet. And Jay liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested to trying to impress our new member, Yuri. This music. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just too jealous that Jay appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh shit. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jay started showing up. What? Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Natsuki and Yuri, this doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Jay, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all concluded for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Jay. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way we can convey complex feelings and meanings to the most efficiency. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting to yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jay? Well, Jesus. Can I pick a middle option? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I read it, they'll probably think more highly of me. Natsuki, help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, tying up any words I had in my mouth. So I instead turned to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Jay, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words, and Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint a beautiful picture in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildering expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is an amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes the two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay everyone, just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Jake, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat to talk with about everything with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out to be even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Jay! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. That's nice. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What's he referring to, the tie or this? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between, oh, okay, Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. Wait, let me just fix up my clock. Sorry. That's really the first time I've seen the fight like that. Well, it's probably just a one-time thing, because they're very different from each other. God damn it, clock, fix yourself. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Jay, it's nice that I got to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what it takes to be happy. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue or something. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, the video has been going an hour and 12 minutes. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, I can save. I'm gonna save here. Okay. Okay, return. And I'm gonna leave this episode here. Let me just check if there's anything new in the files. No, it doesn't look like it. Everything's the same. Let me just open up something. Let me just open up the log. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, everything's about the same. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe to see more content in the future. I'm excited to see what this game actually has in store for me, because, well, for now it looks like a standard dating anime, but it might be something more. But regardless, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.